And what age level are you working with?
It's a 4 or 5 classroom, but they're 3 and 4 right now.
Someone else want to share what they're seeing this summer?
We are solidly in level 1. All of us.
Can I guess what age level you're at?
We're 2 and a half, so.
2 and a half, okay,
Yeah.
it's a little bit older. Well, just to give you a sense of like where your students, at least at Westside, are falling right now. I want to take a chance to actually try and score something, just because when it comes to like actually tracking students' progress, it's important to be able to put a student at a correct level. So this is one example of student writing. I'll give you a second to look at it, and I'll tell you what I thought of it based on the rubric. So when I looked at this, I actually wasn't sure on the last point, but I'll come back to it. I put it mostly in the semi-phonetic level. It's one of the levels that they need all the descriptors. And the 5 descriptors are there's multiple letters for each word, if it's appropriate, that the student wrote from left to right, which it appears that they did. That it correctly uses some sight words, which that one I was actually a little tricky with because like I is technically a sight word. So I counted that, and apparently Barbie is a sight word for this student. And so to me, like I was looking at those descriptors for semi-phonetic, it seemed to meet all those. Yes?
Can you just define a sight word? I hear that a lot, but I'm not really clear.
Sight words are just very common words that students should be able to read with authenticity. It's the really common 1, 2, 3-letter words. Things like I am. If you want to make more so you saw a list, if you Google Fry's 100, you'll see the 100 most common sight words. And the reason we work with them as sight words is that often they're very common and they don't follow common phonetic conventions. And so.
Can you tell them, like, you can't decode, if they're words that you just need to know, you can't decode them like the, you can't sound that word out, you need to just see it on sight and know what it means at the sight.
So I put it at semi-phonetic, and I think it's helpful when you're trying to find a specific level that's set to look above and below. So when I looked up a level from this, it clearly didn't meet a number of the descriptors, but by looking up, I was able to identify, okay, what would be a stretch objective for this student? And for this student, what I would probably work on is that you can definitely see starting to use some conventions of phonics to spell words, but stretching words out more to get more of at least the consonants correct in their writing. So you have I blanked on my colors. Blue sheet of paper. On this blue sheet of paper, it is an example of student writing. I won't say what grade level it was yet. But looking at the blue writing, I want you to see, using the writing continuum, where would you put it along the continuum? And what would that stretch objective be? What would be that next thing you would want to work on with this student? When you finish, check in with someone else and see if you came to the same